Alright, hello everybody. What's going on? This is Saki Nakados, the final into anime here, aka John Pullman, horror author, manga writer, personality here, aka Gabe here. And today, or I should really say, depending on your time, as you can see as this video is going on, it's 8:44. So tonight, we're going to be ranking Black Ops 3 gobblegums. Now, at the time, unless this changes in the future, please don't hate me for this. Please don't. I looked at the comments, and I looked at the votes, and I looked at the likes on the community page, and split them into parts worked because there is 63 of these gobblegums. There's 63. So, all that being said, this will be split into two parts, and the next tier list is going to be the rest of the wonder weapons, and then the other one is going to be, after the rest of the wonder weapons, the other one is going to be the rest of the gobblegums, and then we can go from, like, perks to maps to Easter eggs to just to whatever. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, I want to get a quick disclaimer out of the way. As a quick note and a disclaimer, it's very important to know that there are timestamps in the description below. There has been ever since one of the reaction videos I did. So that's always going to be a thing now. So the timestamp is going to take you to the correct order of where to go. But note to self that there will only be one timestamp for this gobblegum ranking list, and then the next one is going to be the outro. So, that's how that's going to work. And also note to self, this is very important to know, just so people don't misunderstand or, or ask why. And if you do ask why I ranked such and such in the comments, I will definitely get to your comment and tell you why. It's completely fine. This is my own opinion and how I use these gobblegums. Now, there's only one rule. You can only use the gobblegums one time in Black Ops 3, okay? And it has so many uses. So, because I'm splitting this into parts, I have pulled up a list of the gobblegums, the names, and if you see me do this, it's basically because the gobblegums I don't use most of the time is just I haven't used them for a very long time. So please don't hate me for looking at the list of what they do and how many activations there are for these gobblegums. All good? Cool. Alright, other than that, let's get straight into it. So the first gobblegum we have we also have tier list names. Overpowered God tier, that makes sense. Very useful, not good, don't need it, awful. Oh man, that's kind of sad. Okay, so I'm gonna say, for overpowered God tier, how many, because it's different in Black Ops 4, because it's an elixir in the classics. And that being an elixir in the classics is aftertaste. It only lasts one activation until you go down and you get revived to save your perks, basically. But in this one, as a gobblegum, it activates, lasts 3 full rounds, keep all perks while after being revived. So, I'm deciding whether it's very useful or overpowered. What is happening with this list? Good God. I honestly think aftertaste is very useful. It is also God tier, but if I could have duplicated the gobblegum, I would. But I cannot. Sadly. Honestly. So both of my opinions would go into overpowered God tier and very useful, but we're gonna put it inside of very useful, because sometimes people won't even run this. And so the next gobblegum that we have, remember, this isn't going to be all of them. This is just going to be some of them, basically. This one, I don't remember what it does. I'm trying to remember. The list, that's right. A chemical antithesis. Oh, so that's what it does. It basically turns your ammo stock into points. That's a bit confusing, and I've never used it before, so I really don't know how it works. I've heard it's really bad, though, but in my opinion, I'm gonna put it into I don't need it. Always done swiftly. What this one does, it's lasts 3 full rounds, activates immediately, and basically this is like just as a optic or whatever, I don't know. Walk faster while aiming, raise and lower your weapon to aim more quickly. I really don't need this gobblegum. I don't need always done swiftly. Anywhere but here. Aha! This one has 2 activations. And sometimes I use it, sometimes I really don't. What this one does is it's good, but it can also really be bad. It's an RNG gobblegum taking you to probably, let's say, like you're in a match of 4 and you're trying to do an Easter egg and you mess up a step and you go into your friend's training area and then you have to literally explain why. Or it could take you somewhere else to where you need to be. So this one is completely RNG based, and in my opinion, it's alright, but we don't have a alright tier list. We don't have that word here. So in my opinion, honestly, sometimes I don't even need it. That's just the truth. I don't need anywhere but here. This one, however, this one is a little bit weird. Our mental accomplishments. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. What this one does is that it activates immediately, lasts 3 full rounds, switch weapons, and recover from performing melee attacks faster, reload, and use items more quickly. That I could see where that could be pretty good, but honestly, again, I don't need it. I don't need this gobblegum. It's not useful, in my opinion. I really don't need this one. This one is just... oh, God. Again, this is my opinion. So, in my opinion, this one isn't good at all. This gobblegum... the list is glitching out. In fact, it froze. What? Oh, God. Alright. Okay, sorry about that. That was weird. So, like I said, yeah, it's not good. This one, is the list back? Yep, cool. This one is a bit overpowered, in my opinion, and it's very useful. I'm going to put it in the very useful, but like I said, if I could duplicate this gobblegum, I would. Arms Grace is a classic gobblegum. What this one does is that when you die and your partner can't get you, you literally have to call out the, hey, I have Arms Grace, so I can come back with my weapons next round. You will lose your perks, though, but you will keep your weapons, and I think you'll keep your equipment, too. You'll keep whatever you had with you. So, in my opinion, since it's a one-time use and you come back after death, after the round is over, I'm going to honestly put this, since you keep your weapons, in the overpowered god tier. Just go ahead and put you there, thank you. Arsenal Accelerator. This one... oh, God, how do I feel about this one? Honestly, this one I really don't need at all. This gobblegum here, Arsenal Accelerator, it makes your specialist cooldown go faster, something like that. So in my opinion, I really don't need this one. Now we get to this one. And again, this isn't going to be all the gobblegums ranked in one video. It's going to be into 2 parts. And yeah, when you saw the tier list go out of control there, I tried flicking up and down on my phone, but it wouldn't do anything. But hey, it's back now, so. So this one here is called Board Games. Let's see what it does, because I don't use this gobblegum. Some people have told me that it is awful, but we'll see in my own opinion. Activate immediately, lasts 5 full rounds. Okay. Repairing a board immediately repairs all boards at that window. So only at one window per time? That is awful. That's like if you're trying to get points and you don't need it by that point. Okay, I can see where that's useful at some times, but I can also see where it's completely god-awful. Yeah, in my opinion, that's kind of bad. No, I'm not going with that one. And then this next one is Bored to Death. Activates immediately, lasts 5 minutes. Repairing a board will kill all nearby zombies. So all nearby zombies? Okay, even though you're building a window board, and if zombies are near you, it kills them? That's overpowered right there. Okay. Ah, the old switcheroo on this one. Honestly, I was told that this one isn't that good, but let's go ahead and find out with my own opinion. So this one's called Bullet Boost. Bullet Boost is a rare mega. Activates 2 times. 2 times activation, which means you can use it 2 times. It repack your current Pack-a-Punch gun if supported. Okay, I can see where that could be useful. But in my own opinion, this is just my own opinion, I don't need it. I don't need this one. I don't need that one at all. So now we're going to Burnt Out, which I know what this one does, but it's different. It's different because I don't know how many activations this one has or how many times you can actually get hit. And I don't want to compare it to Black Ops 4 because if I do, some of you might get really, really, really angry at me. And so, Burnt Out, there we go, I found it on my little list here. Activates immediately. Oh, lasts 2 hits, does it? 2 hits? Really? I actually like it on Black Ops 4 a little bit better, even though it's a classic, but then again, it's an elixir, and I don't want to compare it to that. But I'll say ahead of time before we do rank elixirs, because I'm pretty sure it's going to come up at some point. It's in the classics, and it activates immediately when you drink it, and you can get hit 3 times, but you can also go down really bad. So this one says, last 2 hits. It improved in BO4. The next time you take melee damage, nearby zombies will burst into flames, into fire. This one, in my opinion, since this is Black Ops 3, it's very useful, but I can see times where I really don't need this. Cashback is a max ammo. However, you must reload all of your weapons. And cashback, how many activations does this have? My little list of mine. Cashback only has 1 activation. Spawns a nearby max ammo, which means, obviously, we know what max ammo does, so that's a bit overpowered. That's really good. It's overpowered because you can spawn max ammo whenever you need it. And then we have this next one called Coagulant. So what Coagulant does, again, I don't use this one because it's not useful to me. So I should put it in the not good, but it activates immediately, lasts 20 minutes, longer bleed out time. Oh. I see. Okay. I barely go down in zombies, though, but you know what? Very useful. Longer bleed out time means you don't die automatically. I like that. Crate power. Oh boy, this one is good. So crate power does the following. You Oh, the list doesn't even say how much. Okay, you can just use it all the time. That's confusing. That is really weird. So crate power auto activates time you take a gun from the magic box, aka the mystery box. The next gun taken from the mystery box becomes pack-a-punched. So I can see times where this is a RNG thing since it's the mystery box. Crate power will pack-a-punch your weapon for you, but if it's a sniper, if it's something you don't need, you don't know how to feel about it. But, in my opinion, I'm going to put it in the very useful category. And then our little next one here is a bit tricky. So as I'm scrolling through my list of what to do, of what it does, I am going to tell you my following in a moment. So this is called crawl space. This is one I don't use, and I don't know what it does, but it sounds really weird. Okay, so it says, activated 5 times activations, all nearby zombies become crawlers. I can see where that would be useful, but in my opinion, it's not overpowered because you're just turning zombies into crawlers. And think about it. You have like 2,000, that's an exaggeration there. You have like 20,000 zombies on you, right? And then you are going to get the following, crawlers on you, and then they kill you if you're not careful enough. But if you are careful, then it couldn't be good. So, I don't use this one because really in some steps of Easter eggs, and if I'm just going for high rounds, I don't need this one. So this one is going to go into the, you know what? I'll do this for all of you. I do think it's very useful. If somebody does need to keep a crawler, then yeah, it can be very useful. I don't even need to look at my list for this one. Hello, Danger Closest. How are you doing today? Oh, I'm doing fine, John. Yeah, I bet you are. This one is Black Ops 3's system of PhD, which means no splashback damage from anything explosive, including the ray gun. But here's the catch. You get it out of the gobblegum machine, and it only lasts 3 full rounds. This is PhD's in gobblegum form. In Black Ops 3, this is PhD. I think PhD is a better in a perk system. This one is just awful. God. Nuclear Winter. I really don't know how to feel about Nuclear Winter. But let's go and see how many activations it has. Nuclear Winter has a few activations, huh? Just trying to reread it at the moment. Hold on. So Nuclear Winter has a few activations, and I reread it. It basically spawns in a nuke. I usually don't need nukes, but when I do, I have to grab it. I can see where this could become very useful and not good at the same time. So, in my opinion, I'm going to put this in the very useful, and I don't really want to think about duplicating this gobblegum. So, that is my opinion right there. This one's weird. This one is Disorderly Combat, and the following says, activates immediately. It only lasts for 5 minutes. Gives a random gun every 10 seconds. I don't need that! You're putting gun game into zombies for 10 seconds, for 5 minutes. It doesn't even get to say if you keep your actual gun, though, so, that's kind of... That's not good. At all. If you're not guaranteeing the player to keep their gun in every 10 seconds, and when it's done after that 5 minutes, it basically says you get to... I don't like that. That's... oh my. Okay, for anybody who has used that gobblegum, I honestly feel sorry for everyone. And if you think it's good, that's your own opinion, but my opinion was, nah, that just ain't it. So this next one is called Inferior Enchantment. Activates 2 times. 60 seconds each. Turns the weapon in your hands into a pack-a-punch weapon. So what it's saying is that it's not guaranteeing you for your weapon to be completely pack-a-punch. It's just there for there to be in your hands, and then it goes back to normal. I've actually used this gobblegum, and I don't like this gobblegum. In my opinion, I don't need this one. I don't need it. Extra credit, we know what that one does. But, however, the activations for extra credit is 4 activations. What this does is, extra credit is a rare Mega Gobblegum. Spawns personally 1,250 points power up. That's actually very useful in my opinion. I can see where that would be useful, but then again it says, oh wait, no, that's good. That's very useful in my opinion. And we're going to put it right there. This next one is a death machine. And this death machine only lasts for 2 times, but it's called Fatal Contraption. Spawn a death machine power up. This one can be good, and this one can be bad at some points. But honestly, in my opinion, if I could put it in the very useful and basically, what am I trying to say? If I could do that and put it into the, what am I trying to say? Okay, if I could copy it into 2 gobblegums on this list, I would put it into God tier and very useful. In my opinion, this gobblegum is going into God tier, and I want the gobblegum. Okay, for some reason it's not letting me put the gobblegum into the list. Give me the gobblegum, please. Please. Yeah, we've got like a few left. It's not letting me do anything. What the? No, I don't want to swipe up for the list. Hold on. There we go. Man, this list is acting up pretty strange. And so we're going to go ahead for a few more minutes. We're going to go ahead and do part 1 for a few more minutes, but not too much longer. So this next one is called Feared in Headlights. Fear in Headlights. Activates 1-time activation for 2 minutes. Zombies seen by player will not move, which means that the zombies behind you will move, and the zombies in front of you won't move. This is bad. I don't... No. Again, my own opinion. This is not useful to me. And firing on all cylinders. Activates immediately, lasts 3 full rounds, can fire while sprinting. That's actually pretty good. That's very useful. But it only lasts for 3 full rounds, just like this version's of PhD. So, firing on all cylinders, sometimes I don't need it and sometimes I do. But personally, I don't need that gobblegum. Again, like I said, this is my own opinion. So this next one is a really kind of alright one called Flavor Hexed. I've never used this gobblegum, but the following says, activates immediately 2 times you can use it. Transform into a rare Mega Gobblegum not in your pack. What? Oh, no. Awful. I put it in awful because random Mega Gobblegum, that could screw you over. It could give you good luck or whatever, man. But it's a RNG Gobblegum. That's... oh my god. What? Okay, oh god, Treyarch. These Gobblegums are crazy. Okay, so this next one here is always done swiftly. Now, I believe that's what this next one is. No, it just looks like it. Okay. So, on the list, it's in here somewhere. That's not... oh, yeah, because we already did always done swiftly. Head Drama, Ultra Rare, Mega. Okay. Sorry for the confusion. It really confuses me for the ways that they're, that they look sometimes. I apologize for that. Activates immediately, lasts for the remainder of the round. Any bullet which hits a zombie will damage its head. Okay. In my opinion, if I could duplicate this Gobblegum yet again, if I could do this, it's not good and I don't need it. I'm going to put it inside of the I don't need it category. I don't need that one. And we're going to go for a few more minutes. This next one is called Idle Eyes. It's a Mega Gobblegum, activates 3 times for 30 seconds each. All zombies will ignore you. Will ignore all players. Oh, wow. Everyone? It will ignore everyone? That's good. That's overpowered, and that's God tier right there. Now, a quick one I want to find. I don't want to put this in part 2. We're going to put Perkaholic into God tier, because this gives you every single perk on the map and in the game. The next one we're also going to put into God tier is Shopping Free. We all know what this one does. Shopping Free, this one only lasts for 1 minute, which means you basically have just 60 seconds or whatever. No, just 1 minute. Oh, lasts 1 full minute. All purchases are free. So you could get doors opened, you could get your weapons, you could get your perks, etc. All of the above. And Round Robin. Round Robin, in my opinion, isn't that good. And what it does is it activates for only 1 activation. Ends the current round. All players gain 1,600 points. Or you could call it 1,600 points. In my opinion, when people are ignoring your request not to end the round, this, in my opinion, Round Robin is just... it's not good. It's not good. Okay, now the next one we're going to do is Imitation Liquidation. This is God tier. It activates a fire sale. But how many activations does this one have? We all might be wondering to ourselves. So I definitely do. Imitation Liquidation lasts for 3 activations. Spawns a fire sale power up. Yeah, that's God tier. Plus you could activate all 3 of them to make your fire sale last longer. And then this next one is I'm Feeling Lucky. Activates for 2 activations. Spawns a random power up. This one could be useful, or it couldn't be good, or I just don't need it. And this one, in my opinion, I don't need I'm Feeling Lucky. And then we have this next one here, which is called Impatient. Activates immediately, lasts until bleed out. Respawn near the end of the current round instead of at the end of the start of next round. That one is... Oh, man. Okay, hear me out. In my opinion, this one is not good for the following reason. 1, at the start of next round, you don't have guns to spawn with, okay? 2, what if it screws you over in many ways? And finally, 3, in my own opinion, this is not good. It's not good. In Plain Sight has 2 activations, and it's a classic gobblegum. In my opinion, this is overpowered God tier, because if everyone has In Plain Sight in their loadout, they can activate it if you need to be revived, or if other players need to be revived and they don't see you. The zombies could stay away from you, but they can only stay away from you for 10 seconds. And you can immediately pop the next one after the first one's done. But in my opinion, In Plain Sight is actually, it's a God tier gobblegum. Sadly, that is all the time we have for in this first part of the tier list, as we have many more to rank. Well, everybody, this has been the first gobblegum ranking tier list. This is part 1 of 2. So, the next part will be after the wonder weapons are ranked. I hope all of you have enjoyed, and again, I'll definitely get to your comments when I can. And feel free to comment anything. If you disagree with me, it's alright. I can try to explain. And if you all do agree with me about this list, then that's cool. If you have any other thoughts on your mind, I'll definitely hear you out. But however, without a further ado, this has been Saki Nikaido, Stuff Final to Anime here, aka John Pullman, horror author, manga writer, personality here, aka Gabe here. And that said, please stay tuned for more new, awesome, epic, amazing content coming to the channel, including more live streams and just other new content in general. And remember, this is a road to Black Ops 6 as well. I will see all of you in the next one. Remember to stay safe out there and have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, and just the S+++ rank time in general. I'll see all of you later. Hope all of you have enjoyed part 1 of ranking the gobblegums. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll catch all of you in the next one.